Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Multimedia Madness episode number 10. It's as you guys know, I'm Davis, and we have,
Jayden.
there we go. Jayden has a few gaming news things he wants to cover. We're talking about Bill and Ted, the fact that we thought it was just going to be a relaunch, but apparently not. It's going to be a continuation. And then the new Batman, the actor who got picked. Our reviews and kind of what we're thinking about how that's going. But yeah, let's start off. Jayden, what do you got?
I have a lot to talk about. So the first thing that I wanted to start us off with is, do you know the game Celeste?
Heard yes, heard of it. I don't remember what it is though. I've heard
So,
the name.
so Celeste is a 2D platformer based on an 8-bit art style by an indie developer, and it was critically acclaimed, like super awesome game, like best game of the year. Like I think it was nominated for game of the year by a few different branches and stuff. But
Hmm.
it was a lot of fun. I recently just beat it. It was a lot of fun. But they are taking a huge step forward, and they are releasing 100 levels as an ultra hard DLC for free, which is fucking
Wow.
insane. So
So it's not E3 or EA.
it's not EA. No, and this was a huge thing. I tweeted at EA saying you guys need to step up, and I tweeted the article that said you guys need to step up because Celeste's free ultra hard DLC will contain more than 100 levels. That's a lot of content, and it's
Yeah.
ultra hard. So apparently, this will not contain any collectibles, but will have new mechanics and items. So far, this doesn't have a release date yet because Matt Thorson, the developer on Twitter, said we don't talk about release dates until we're 100% sure, which is something incredible. Like, just thinking about that, just being like, yeah, it's like we are not 100% sure. We want to make sure we got some quality shit coming out before we
Yeah.
put a release date on it.
That
Which
way, that way you don't get people too hyped and then like pissed off.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly, right? You don't get people pissed off. You're not advertising something false. You're not being like, oh, they were coming out with it so soon, and then it turns out it's shit. Or you make them wait 7 years, and then it's shit. Like, this is a quality company, and this is a quality game, so I'm sure this DLC is going to be amazing, and I can't wait to actually test it out. Probably going to get my ass kicked, and I'll probably rage quit after, like, the third level, but, still, it's something to be marveled at, and all I can say is every single other game developer, get your shit together because Matt Thorson is coming for your ass. Like this,
gonna steal all your business.
yeah, exactly, right? Like Matt Thorson and his company, they're fucking going nuts. Like, and I have nothing but respect for them. The next thing we have for me is the new Modern Warfare game. So I actually have the trailer here because I haven't seen the trailer yet. So we're gonna watch that real quick. If you want to pull that up.
Okay, give me.
So to cover some news before we actually get into it. This is a reboot. This is not like a remaster with just a new graphics or anything. This is a reboot. As in they are retaking the story basically, and they're going to change it around a little bit from what I understand, which is actually something cool. So they'll add in little details, they'll change it a little bit so it makes more sense to the Call of Duty storyline. Everyone's been excited because it's like, oh, we're just going to see old characters, and we're getting back to the OG Modern Warfare game.
Yeah.
It's going to have something new to it.
Mhm.
There are a few things that I wanted to talk about in between, but if you're ready to go, then we'll,
Yeah.
so we'll get into it. So, yeah, feel free to start it up.
The rules have changed. There's a fine line between right and wrong. And somewhere in the shadows, they send us in to find it.
Watcher to 6 Actual. Target is in the main house. You have execute authority.
Bravo 6. Going dark. Victor 6-4, green light.
Chemical weapons are now in the wild.
Foreman copies that.
Guys, hostiles assaulted civilians.
Get to safety, go!
We get dirty, and the world stays clean. That's the mission.
Wow.
Got some old comrades.
So yeah, that was the Call of Duty trailer. So
That looks dope.
yeah, it looks pretty fun. I have no idea what the storyline is going to be on now, like what they're changing or anything, but I'm excited to see what they actually do because it seems like it's a lot more hard hitting than most of the other Call of Duty campaigns, which is there is so and so bad guy, we have to stop so and so bad guy, otherwise he will destroy the world or kill millions or whatever. This one is like it goes back and forth between like rebellion to mass murder to like a bunch of other shit. Like you could, it looks like at one point you're playing as like a cop, and then at one point you're playing as like a soldier. Like there's gonna be a lot of shifts in perspective. The one thing that I'm hyped about for certain is that you're gonna see Captain Price. One of the badass characters.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's exactly because like I got it. That's the Call of Duty I started playing. Like Call of Duty. That's Call of Duty 4 on Xbox 360. Like I still have that game, the remastered version for PS4. I haven't bought. Like I'm a big Call of Duty fan. I bought Black Ops 4 when it came out, but I haven't bought World War 2, even though I like those styles better, like this modern version. So October 25th, depending on what I might actually spend the money on this, and because that's a game that I do actually play. It's Call of Duty. It's probably like the only game I buy like consistently.
Yeah.
So
like, I feel like Call of Duty has been a semi-consistent franchise. I'm definitely excited for it. I haven't beaten the remaster, but I did beat the original game, and I love the original game, everything about it. The one thing I will say to you about World War II is don't fucking bother.
No, not gonna bother anymore.
Yeah,
definitely too late now.
It's too late, and it's too garbage. It's so bad. It's disgusting. But anyways, so I wrote some notes down about a few articles. Of course, all articles will be left in the description. So for this one, so the base timeline was 2007 was the original release of the game, 2016 was the remaster, and then we have the 2019 reboot.
Yeah.
So October 25th, 2019 is when you're going to get this. So 12 years later, we're going to see something different. So that's going to be pretty cool to see what it's like before and after. Because I don't know what the case is about like modern games nowadays, but I find the art styles just overtake everything too much. Like the new Halo 5, I started playing that again for achievements. I hate it. It's so bad.
Or the gameplay.
Gameplay is also bad. Like when you're running, it feels like you're running on ice or like on butter. It's fucking awful. And I remember at one point I was shooting something that I thought was a plasma barrel. It turned out to be a fucking wall. And I'm like, what the hell? They look the exact same. Like enemies are like super bright, but the backgrounds are also super bright. So you're getting confused. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So there's that. One of the things that really, really concerned me, it's one of the quotes from the director of the game. Let me see if I can find his name. Dave Stoll, the studio head, said, this project is different. It's a real passion project for the studio. Now, I could be taking that a little bit out of context because I can say, all I'm going to say is like, really? This is your passion project? Or is it a better passion project? Because every game that you should be pumping out should be a passion project. Because if this is the passion project, then you're basically saying every single game before that was.
I think
just
it
a cash
means
cow.
that it's something that they more of like they've been wanting to do this remaster for a while. It's something they've been wanting to do, so it's not necessarily the fact that they don't put passion into the other games they make. It's just more of something that's been on their personal agendas for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, is more of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, no, yeah, it definitely looks good. But again, I don't game a whole lot, but when I do game, I do play Call of Duty. So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it'll be
for me personally.
Yeah, so hopefully that means there's going to be so much more attention to detail. Some of the other things that I came across in this article includes crossplay for all consoles and PC. So Davis and we can play together once you get PSN in this game, because you're going to be able to play on PlayStation. I'm going to be able to play on Xbox.
That's sweet.
Which is amazing.
That goes back to what we were talking about last time.
Yeah, exactly.
The cross-play and everything. That's sweet. They're fine. They're actually playing nice together. I didn't think that Sony and Microsoft would actually play nice together.
Yeah. Well, there have been a few games that cross-platform. Rocket League and Fortnite are the two main examples. Mm-hmm. But we're seeing a little bit more of a seep into it. Apparently, Sony was the one that was holding out on the crossplay, and that was a long, long time ago.
Okay.
Sony was the reason for it, but now I guess they're all for it. So because they're losing to PC, users, and they need something to step up. But other things, it's developed in a brand new engine, which means it's gonna probably look different than any other Call of Duty game. It's gonna feel different. It's gonna act different. Potentially new mechanics. Potentially new things we haven't seen before. Potentially even smoother. Potentially runs way better. We can only hope so much, but that's just something I thought that was cool. No battle royale and no season pass. Meaning,
that's fine.
Yeah,
I don't play battle royale.
Totally fine. I'm battle royaled out mostly at this point. I play Apex just for the achievements and because I'm playing with my buddy. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I'm kind of glad it's coming out, because I thought Blackout, while fun, was really bad because I can't distinguish the difference between the player and the environment. It felt like when I was shooting, someone was shooting at me, I was getting shot from nowhere. They just blended right in, and I felt like that was really dumb. But anyways, no season pass. I don't think that means no DLC, but I think that means you can't pre-order all of the DLC without knowing it first, or they're not going to be whoring out for money at the beginning to pay for everything to give us mediocre content. So we'll see how that goes.
I hope that, because this is a new game, they're not gonna do what the Call of Duty remastered did. It kind of bugged me, the fact that it was DLC. It was new maps for online multiplayer, but it was just the same map but a different environment. There's one that's called Daybreak. It's called Downpour originally because it's raining in the original map. Yeah. It's the exact same map, but it's sunny out now.
Yeah.
Or Bog and then Beach Bog. That kind of bugs me that you spend money on a DLC or new maps or anything like that, and it's just the same one.
Yeah.
So I hope that with this one they come up with all brand new maps, and it's a good mix of small and big ones. The only map I would want them to keep and still bring back would probably be Shipment, because that one's just a tiny ass little box that's just a quick holy shit go crazy type of game. Not really much strategy or something similar to it.
The fast-paced Call of Duty we know.
Yeah, exactly. So I if it actually goes through and does brand new things, especially with the new mechanics and everything you were talking about, I think that'll be quite dope.
It'll be something to definitely keep an eye on. Let's just hope the content's good, because I remember with Black Ops 2, I remember buying all of the content, and the maps for multiplayer were fine, but the zombies experiences didn't. There were, out of the 6 maps, I only enjoyed thoroughly 2 of them now. I enjoyed all of them thoroughly when I was playing them, but it was looking back on it now, it's these maps were such shit compared to some of the other maps, and that's why Jason Blundell took over lead. But anyways, we're gonna move on from Call of Duty. We're gonna look at the new Marvel game.
Right.
So this, I thought you would be excited for this because it's a new Marvel game. So this IGN article lists a lot of different things. So Avengers, basically let me just start with one thing first. Fucking IGN or whoever this. Sorry, not IGN. This is PC Gamer. PC Gamer has this same article posted fucking twice as different titles. It's the same
clickbait.
article. Like, there may be like 1 or 2 paragraphs missing and a few different words, but they're basically saying the exact same thing. They're saying, here's what's posted on the E3 website. Read this. That's all we know so far. We're going to see more at E3.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've understood from this article and like maybe one other is I got this direct quote that says, an epic action adventure that combines cinematic storytelling with continuous single player and cooperative gameplay. Assemble in teams up to 4 players, master extraordinary abilities, customize your heroes to fit your playstyle, and combine powers to defend an ever-expanding world under constant threat. So, like...
So it's... Do you have to have you and 3 other friends to actually play, or can you just, like...
Nope.
Sit at home and just build up, like...
It's both.
Build up, like... Okay.
It's solo and co-op.
Yeah.
So that would be
Yeah.
yeah. So like let me go back to the article real quick and so here's basically everything it says. That like the last part there is the main thing. This is the defining Avengers gaming experience. Odds are, like with every other superhero game, they'll probably fuck it up. Like, the Green Lantern Rise of the Manhunter games, it sucked. It was so bad. I beat it on
Green
my first
Lantern.
playthrough, and then I played it on hard mode. And you know what hard mode is? It's don't use any of your abilities. Use the grab mechanic and throw them off the edge to insta-kill guys. Until you find an enemy that you physically can't do that against. Then you have to use your abilities. It's so fucking stupid. But anyways, let's hope this game is good. I can't remember who it's being developed by. But it just says E3, so not much there. So while we're getting into E3, we're gonna talk a little bit about some of the other games that are coming to it. So Ubisoft is revealing a Rocket League style roller derby game at E3. So, like, I'm sure you've seen roller derby before. Like, they're on roller skates going around a rink and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to think that completely forgot what that was until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the picture. Like, you'll see it on stream, but like there's a ball here and there's like jumping and there's a bunch of different costumes and stuff like that. So apparently this game is really heavily on customization and like some ball mechanic, which seems pretty cool. Like, I'm really interested to see what they do here. And I'm hoping, and like Ubisoft, if you're listening, like, hear me out. Imagine customizable maps for this game. Like how Rocket League did it with customizable maps.
Okay.
So you can have different arenas that are different shapes and stuff like that. I would love to do a mini game where it's you build a maze for them to go through, or you have to like you build a specific path. You know how we live in Edmonton, so do you know like the Red Bull ice skating competition or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the downhill racing. Yeah, imagine that. So it's like what we're talking about is basically 4 skaters are at the top of this giant obstacle course kinda, and they have to skate their way down it as fast as they can. So imagine that, and then you add obstacles in it, like you're throwing balls at each other, or to gain a speed boost you have to throw a ball at a certain point. Like, imagine how cool that would be. That's my hope for this game.
That'd be definitely that'd be the type of game that'd be like having when you have friends over at your place and it's a competitive thing, like, and it would be like a drinking game or something.
Yeah.
Or a party game.
But this is Ubisoft. Ubisoft has not, like, in my experience, has not seen the greatest uses of titles. Like, Rainbow Six Siege, I've heard was really good. For Honor, I heard it was, like, I played it a little bit. It was fine, but the release was awful. Let's see. The only games that I really enjoyed from them were, like, Assassin's Creed 2 and 3 and Far Cry 3. That's really about it.
Yeah. Far Cry 3 was fun.
Trials Fusion I heard was good. Rayman Legends I heard was amazing. I bought the South Park Stick of Truth, so I'm excited to see how that goes. But other than that, there's really not much else for me to talk about there. So we're just going to have to see what that's going to look like.
Yeah. We'll find out when E3 actually comes out and
yeah. So
find out from there.
This one's just a rumor. It says CD Projekt Red, the studio behind The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, they're gearing up for E3, and they're going to potentially show Cyberpunk 2077, but apparently Witcher 3 might be coming to the Nintendo Switch. This is a rumor, mind you.
Really?
So I could be fucking wrong. These guys could be wrong. Anyone could be wrong here. But this is something that could be huge, because Witcher 3 was, to everyone else, like, besides me, like, an amazing game. Never played through it entirely. Like, didn't really get into it too much, but...
Yeah, everyone, but I do know it's really popular. It's the same popularity as like Skyrim or something, or like Zelda, like for an adventure game. So,
yeah. We actually have a follower. Your boy Wallace is now following. Thank you so much for the follow. What's going on?
Nice.
Yeah. So look at that. So, anyways, yeah, it could potentially even be Game of the Year edition, which would be amazing. So all the DLC is on there.
Speaking of Witcher, what's the news on the Netflix series?
The Netflix series? Ooh, that's actually a good question. Let me look it up.
Because I'm not I've never played it, but I do know the idea of the game, so I would be interested in the show most likely.
Yeah.
When it comes out.
Oh, God damn it! Fuck. I click on something and I'm like, oh yeah, this will be a good article. Then it's like, please disable ad blocker. Come on. So apparently the Witcher production has finally wrapped production. So it's done filming. It's set to hit the streaming service of Netflix at the end of this year. So, and the Witcher, like the guy who plays Geralt of Rivia, he's Superman.
Yeah, Henry Cavill.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
So there you go.
Nice.
End of the year, which will be cool because I know one of my buddies is into that, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. So,
yeah, exactly. Because like I said, I've never played the game, but I do know the premise of it.
Yeah.
So that's and like it's gonna be Game of Thrones-esque, right? Yeah. So, and I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones. Even season 8, I know some people are. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But so yeah, I think that's gonna be a really good series when it comes out.
I think it'll be really good. So we're gonna move on to the next two titles. These are games that are expected to be at E3. Both of which are huge in my childhood and like hit me right here, you know. So one of them, and fans have been dying for this, is the Simpsons Hit and Run. Could be a remake. So apparently it's a new Simpsons game. We don't know what it is, but everyone's hoping, please let it be Hit and Run remade, because this game came out in 2003. It was a huge hit. It was amazing. It was such a fun game. I played it to death with my brothers. This game looks amazing. So far, we haven't heard too much about it, but it's going to be told at E3. There's even a tweet from there was actually a tweet from E3 that showed it with this graphic. So let's go on Twitter. More exciting E3 Coliseum news: join the writers and producers of The Simpsons for a panel on June 11th.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So the writers and producers does not sound great, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's look at this.
Yeah.
Revive
So like
Simpsons Hit and Run. Simpsons Hit and Run 2 is finally here. Hit and Run 2, like here, Simpsons Hit and Run the graphic, or we riot. Hit and Run was way before its time. Like, and this is like fans.
You said it came out 2003.
That's what this article says.
Maybe it might be. Because if you said childhood, that's when I was a teenager when that game came out.
Yeah, September 16th, 2003, the day after my birthday, my dude.
September 16th, so I would have just turned 16.
That's when Legends are born, man. September. Fuck.
Yeah, no, I do remember. I remember playing that on GameCube.
Yeah.
That's buddy had a GameCube. That was one of the games that we played. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
especially since it's a total just, it's like a Simpsons version of GTA.
Oh yeah, that's
Almost.
exactly what this thing described it as. It's like it's basically GTA 3 with The Simpsons.
Yeah. So yeah, no, exactly. That was really fun.
Mm-hmm. On to next game. Um, New Destroy All Humans and Darksider games.
Destroy All Humans?
Destroy All Humans.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That game was amazing. I loved playing that game.
it was so much fun. And like,
Yeah.
who was I watching? I was watching Brown Man play it, like on stream like a few weeks ago, I think. And or I was watching him play it, but I can't remember if it's on YouTube or Twitch. But anyways, Destroy All Humans, amazing game.
Yeah. Oh
Fucking
my god, with all the different guns and everything you'd get and just like
yeah.
blast people. Total fuck around type of game too.
I hope they keep like the same voice actor. That's all I care about, because he was an awesome voice actor for the alien. I loved him.
I don't remember. I legit don't remember. I just remember messing around in that game.
Just remember messing around. Well, let's
Getting like yeah, there was like a levitation gun and a disintegration gun, one that like sprayed bullets like in multiple directions and stuff like that. So you would fight against like random civilians and like destroy their house and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's gonna be so much fun. So I
Even-
think it's J. Grant Albrecht. I believe.
Okay.
Not he's in all the Detroit All Humans games, but so yeah, I think so. So that's exciting. The Darksiders I never really played, so not too big in the feels there, but you know. So we have Fable 4 spotted on Microsoft's streaming service called Mixer. So I don't know if you know what Mixer is, but it's basically the shitty version of Twitch for Xbox users. I shouldn't say shitty because, you know, I haven't tried it yet, but nothing's better than Twitch right now. So, and apparently, according to this article, this isn't a joke. This isn't like, oh, someone messed up and like put Fable 4 instead of some other game. It's like, this is from a secure database of actual games. So basically what this is saying is this has been confirmed.
What's so wrong about Fable? Why would that be a bad thing?
Because I think a lot of people have been waiting for it, but also the fuck up of, hey, we like potentially Fable 4 is released and then we have to go back and say, oh, some intern got it wrong, and then it's like, cool, that intern's fired and you just let down 1 billion people. But
okay.
But I never played Fable. I heard Fable 3 was not as good as the other Fables, but you know, we'll see how it goes. That's kind of all I have to really say about it.
Okay.
On to the game of the century right here, Pokemon Sleep.
Oh yeah, right. I heard about that.
Yeah, you heard that right. Pokemon Sleep, aka I take a nap and I am a Pokemon trainer still. So I saw a good meme about this that was like, Pokemon Go got us walking, Pokemon Go gets us sleeping. Next thing you have is like Pokemon eats at a regular time at a healthy diet. Like that's gonna be the next Pokemon game. Like they're basically single-handedly changing the world with games.
Yeah.
And
People love Pokemon. It's a worldwide franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's gonna do something to improve your health in some way, I guess it will be good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, because like it tracks your sleep so that you're sleeping for 6 to 8 hours, and that's how you're gonna get like experience or whatever. Like, okay.
So I'm googling something right now. Apparently, Pokemon Go Plus, they might be back in stock. Holy shit, they are! Wow. So you apparently can get a Pokemon Go Plus, like the old accessories for the old Pokemon Go, back in store. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. But anyways, let's
I still think it's hard to believe that Pokemon Go is still so popular because like it launched in what, 2017?
2016 summer
2016?
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. And like I played it when it was the hype because it's the nostalgia. It's something that everyone had always wanted to do, right?
Yep.
So I played it then, and then I just remember the popularity just dropped. So I'm kind of surprised. So it's starting to come back up again, basically, eh?
Dude, I play that with my girlfriend a little bit here and there. Like it's not the greatest game in the world, but it's still fun to be like, okay, I'm bored in public, might as well spin some Pokestops, get some Pokeballs. But I used to be fucking so hardcore.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
Like
when the game came out, I remember changing my phone plan so I had more data, and I bought a portable charger so I could actually have my charger on me and be walking around. But like, and we actually did it, like legit. Like I remember walking around downtown Quebec in like parks and stuff like that. And I remember when people thought that you would find a water type Pokemon near a pond or a river, like actually near water.
Yeah.
So I remember we were actually venturing around near like lakes and stuff, and it was like, oh shit, I'm gonna actually look at this beautiful wilderness outside.
Yeah. Like, see, that's the thing. I wish they actually did the game fucking justice where it's like, oh, you're by a lake, water Pokemon spawn there. Oh, you're in a field, like flying Pokemon, grass Pokemon.
Pokemon, insect, yeah.
Yeah, you're near a fucking volcano or like hot springs, water and fire.
That's the reason why they wouldn't do that though, because then to make it so that it would be that's the reason why. Because if they did that, then they would have to do like you're in a cave, you're gonna find Zubat, like or Ghost Spirit or Unknown, like Spirit type. So that's therefore gonna be too dangerous for people.
Type.
Or what is what is it called? Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But
yeah.
But
so I can see why, and that would be a lot more difficult to try to track your location and everything. Like, obviously, you're still tracking location regardless, but yeah. Mm-hmm. So I can see why they wouldn't do that.
The game that got shown and the game we got were completely different, and it basically became a cash cow made by a company who doesn't understand how like big Pokemon is, and just keep fucking up every single step of the way. They didn't introduce battles, I think, until the end of 2018. So that's 2 years people were waiting for this basic feature or trading.
No, it wasn't that long. It couldn't have been that. It couldn't have been that long.
Like not battling
gyms,
battling trainers.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes
like
sense.
PvP, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and trading and stuff like that. And
it just takes a while to update, so.
Oh no, it doesn't. Not some of these features. No.
I mean, it takes a while to like actually create that option. Like you have to think about the actual engineering that
behind
it would actually take to create it.
Yeah,
like
I can
to update the software and stuff, right? So that's the reason why. It's not like they had it sitting on the shelf and they're just like, dangling it, making you wait. It's that they had to actually develop it, so you have to give them some credit.
I'll give them some credit. Then it's like, cool, you made a decent game for, like, as a base, but the fact that it's taken 3 years to actually get that game to what it was expected to be on launch, with decent stability,
I guess.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I can't trust Niantic, and like, cause I just don't. They basically were like, oh yeah, this game is broken, but the microtransactions are still in there, and I get it's a mobile game, and that's kind of what it is, but like, you're really whoring out Pokemon for money. Like, I was so happy when Pokemon Go Fest, the first one, got botched so fucking hard. I don't know if you ever heard about that, but basically what happened was they had a festival in Chicago. People would buy plane tickets and hotels to go out there. So what happened is, as soon as they got into the park, the game wouldn't work. You couldn't log in. The internet was shit. Like, you couldn't do any of the things that you were supposed to except for hang out with people and not play the game. And then the people were going on stage and they would get booed off because they're like, the fans were so upset. They're like, fix the internet, fix this shit, fix that. And finally, the CEO, he came on stage. He was sweating. He was so nervous. He was like, so we're going to give you guys $100 in Pokecoins. We're going to refund your tickets to the event, and we're going to give you, I think, we're going to give you a Lugia or something, like some perfect Lugia or whatever, like some perfect Pokemon. And I was sitting there just like, holy shit, that sucks, because the $100 in coins is nothing compared to the thousands of dollars people have spent to drive, fly, or get here by boat. Like, to be fair, like, boat's not an option, but you get what I mean. Like,
exactly.
Like by train, by plane, by car, by foot. like by bicycle, like these are diehard fans.
Just start listing
Just
ways
start
of
listening.
transportation.
Like, they FedEx themselves, dude. Like, I'm serious. Like, these fucking people, like, they will sacrifice so much time and money to come to this
So it was
event.
just like the fire festival.
I don't remember.
You heard about that? No,
Nope.
it was this guy who was advertising this big huge party that was supposed to happen in the one of
Isn't like the Bahamas or something?
the Bahamas. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
People
yeah,
showed
I
up
remember
and
this story.
yeah,
Fuck this
yes, people showed up and it was like refugee tents and it was supposed to be this super high-end luxury party like Woodstock but like fancy.
guy. Mhm.
And it was just garbage.
Yeah.
So
Like,
yeah.
if you falsely advertise
anyway.
like that, fuck you. You deserve to have every piece of shit thrown at you that you do. Like, come on. Don't fucking advertise.
Anyway, do you want to?
Like, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, don't fucking advertise something that you know isn't going to work. That's exactly how it is for lots of these video game companies. Like Anthem. Anthem was like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be this. And then you came out, it was this grindy, stupid piece of shit. And to be fair, I've never played it. But I've heard so much about it, it's like, this game is garbage. Like,
Not worth it.
Nope, not worth it. Not worth anything. Okay, next one, we have next is like Pokemon Home, which is basically trading Pokemon and like uploading Pokemon to the cloud, and it's coming in 2020. Both Pokemon Sleep and Pokemon Home are coming in 2020. It'll connect between. Sorry.
Is that supposed to like mix with Pokemon Go, Eevee, and Pikachu?
Yep, I was just about to get to that.
Okay?
So it connects with different platforms and games, like everything from the 3DS to Pokemon Go and Pokemon Switch games. So Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu, Pokemon Shield, and Pokemon Sword once they come out. So all of those will be connected. And then the final thing that we have is for that is we wanted to bring everything together, connecting Pokemon with a variety of games and connecting players with each other.
Making everything all one. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you can connect. So basically, if you say you capture a Pokemon in one of the games, it will be on the same account. You'll have that same Pokemon in the different game.
Essentially, yes.
Essentially,
Yeah.
that's cool. That way you don't have to. If you're buying all of the games, that way you don't need to be grinding on every single one. You can. Yeah. No,
Exactly.
yeah.
So, like, Nintendo's ahead of all of this shit.
I saw an ad somewhere or something like that I heard that Pokemon Snap might be getting a remake or something like that too.
Yeah, I would hope so, because apparently I never played Pokemon Snap, but I heard it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was neat.
Yeah, so next, second last thing for the gaming stuff. We're almost done. It's only been a half hour, but we're almost done. More than a half hour, 40 minutes. So, Cuphead will be playable in Tesla Model 3, Model S, and Model X cars. So,
Cuphead? What's Cuphead?
you don't know what Cuphead is?
No.
So, Cuphead is this amazing run and gun shooter where it's like you have to go up against this boss, and they're like insanely difficult. And it's based off of like an old-timey cartoon. And the art style is so unique that somebody, like, it's all hand-drawn. It's not, like, animated. It's hand-drawn. It's, like, hand-drawn pictures.
For a video game?
For a video game, yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, go
Okay,
online
that's sweet.
And look at Cuphead. Like, I'll show a picture, like, show some stuff on screen right now. Let me see. Like, Cuphead. So, like... Here's like the graphic for it, but
Okay.
here's the real shit. Here's the picture. Oh fuck! Oh, it's on Steam. That's why. So this picture is all hand drawn, basically. Like all of the animations for the boss and the two characters, those are literally all hand drawn. That's what it is.
Oh, it's very like 1920s style.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's 1920 style. And everything's handmade. The music is incredible. It's insanely difficult, and everyone was like, no, this game is bullshit. It's insanely difficult. It's like, nah, bruh. This is Dark Souls. You just suck. You just gotta get good. So, yeah.
But you're gonna play it in a Tesla? So like because Teslas are self-driving, it gives you something to do.
There you
Essentially.
go. That's essentially it. Elon Musk was such a fan of the game that he said, "Yeah, fuck it, we're gonna put it on." Like, it's a cool game. It's insanely difficult. It's sadistically difficult. It's a twisted plot. It's dark. It looks like some cute little Disney thing, and you're like, this plot is very dark. Like, that's what Elon Musk said. Because him and his team have been porting the Unity game engine, which is what Cuphead runs on, to work in Teslas. So apparently it's working nice and clean, and it's looking really good, and it's already running.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat. That gives you something to, instead of just, especially if you actually fully trust the self-driving of Teslas.
Yeah.
If you need something to do, if you're doing a 2-hour friggin' car ride, your car's driving itself the entire way. Play a game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like this will be an underrated technology because it'll be like, oh yeah, everyone will play on their 3DS, or they'll do work on their laptop, or they'll bring their Switch or something like that.
Yeah.
And the one question I had about this was, how is it going to work controller-wise? Can you plug in a controller? Will there be a built-in controller in the car? Will it be touchscreen? So the answer is, according to this article, touchscreen, or you can plug in a USB gamepad, which I'm assuming means you could plug in a USB controller.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I think it would be popular in like California, where all the rich game developers in Silicon Valley live.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Silicon Valley, I was told I need to watch that on Crave.
It's a good show.
Yeah, so I've heard. So the last thing that we have is, before we move on to the next topic, which we're gonna just briefly talk over, was Avengers Endgame and John Wick 3. I have this video online on Facebook. It's this 16-year-old kid who goes up against the 7-time world champion of Tetris, and he wins.
How do you become a professional Tetris player? Like what's going on in your life that you spend years perfecting Tetris to become a I understand professional gaming, that whatever, but that's the game you choose to become a pro at, is Tetris.
Dude, watch these guys. Okay, go onto the stream right now. Start watching this shit. I'm gonna mute my mic, and we're gonna watch this shit because this shit is amazing.
Joseph having to cover up as well. Ooh. Awkward placement. He might be able to survive.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Opens up the well. And where's the long bar? There it is.
Tetris.
Boom. Tetris for Joseph. Excellent survival skills. Yeah. And the gap is actually closing somewhat. Like 50,000 points. Just a couple of Tetrises.
But another burn necessary. And there it is.
Boom.
Got
Tetris
it
for
over
Joseph.
on the side. Oh, right before he got the square. But he got 2 J's. 2 J's can
and
cover up
Tetris
those
ready.
square columns.
Boom, Tetris for Jonas, maintaining lead now. But Joseph hits the Tetris, narrowing it to 1.
No, back to 2 now.
Oh, he didn't drop it in. And RNG is great. Gets the other long bar.
Jonas has himself set up for a Tetris as well now. There it is. Boom, Tetris for Jonas.
This is going to be a duel to the death. They're playing excellently, both of them. 65% Tetris rate for Jonas.
And 64% for Joseph. Both players playing at max out pace at the same time. Burns right there for Jonas.
Both playfields are gorgeous. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. We are neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's level 25 and 24, and both of them still sitting at 60% Tetris rates. Oh, beautiful pieces right now for Jonas. Actually, there you go. Yes, Tetris 64% still.
Jonas back in the lead now.
Oh, beautiful play right now. Oh, great stuff for Jonas. And he's going to get a Tetris at level 26.
Level 26 Tetris. Jonas now with a wide lead of 80,000 points. This is going to come down to Joseph's ability to Tetris at a high level.
Gonna need some cleanup here. There we go. There's a little bit of cleanup. Oh boy, things are dangerous for him. So he's got to clean now. He's got to clean, but he couldn't get the piece. Yeah, he didn't get the piece all the way over there. He's got 100,000 lead. He has to count on Joe. But Joseph, he's been able to do it before. He's made it to level 32. It's all up to this right now.
Jonas staying alive and making the Tetrises could mean the victory here. Boom, Tetris for Joseph. 3 more.
The pressure is on the kid right now.
Crazy build going on.
Always going for the Tetris.
He held out. Boom, Tetris for Joseph. Can he do it?
Away.
One and change. One and change will do it. And a long bar. Is it going to come? Where is it? Or is there going to be a drought? How's this going to play out? Oh,
Okay,
he
that's
takes the
perfect,
double.
perfect. It's set up now. He's still
Just the
waiting.
Tetris now.
13-piece drought.
How's this
17-piece
gonna
drought.
end?
There's the
Takes the
low
double.
bar.
Boom!
There it is.
Tetris for Joseph.
And yours.
And we have a new Tetris World Champion. 16-year-old Joseph Saley
I
has
take back that
done it.
statement.
Oh my goodness.
Like, just what, like, holy, okay, just watching Tetris, just like seeing it like go down and like, holy shit, is it actually gonna like stack up? And then when it freaking like piled up on the guy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So like, it's hard to like. So
They're watching the videos on
Level
YouTube.
31, level 32.
Emotional he gets. He's like crying. Like,
yeah.
This is how much this means to these guys. Like, this is how amazing, like, pro esports gaming is. Like, this game, this is so old. They're playing on a natural
An NES.
an old NES. This isn't like a emulator or anything. This is an actual NES, and like, this is the 7-time world champion versus the 16-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
that it's amazing and it's so inspiring, and I'm just like, holy shit, miracles do come true. But that's not a miracle. He made that shit happen. He is so fucking good. Like, his survival skills, it's like 10% RNG, but it's 90% skills, because his brain was just like, okay, there, and
Yeah.
just like set it up perfectly, and he wins, and like, he totally deserved it. From what that clip entailed, he totally like wiped the floor with it. But anyways, that's enough for gaming, the Jane's Gaming Corner, the gaming news. We're done with that. It only took 50 minutes
Yeah, it's all good.
because the other stuff that we have to talk about. So we have John Wick 3 greater than Endgame, just based off box office sales. That's a little bit clickbait, but it's true. Box office sales don't lie. John Wick 3 has been beating Endgame. So let me put this on here. Also, I don't know how you feel about Keanu Reeves, like how he looks now, but like he's changed so much. Like, so
That's a good way. In a good way, though, I think.
yeah,
I think he still looks good for his age.
yeah, I think he looks pretty good. So box office, John Wick 3 knocks down Avengers Endgame with $57 million debut. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
That's
50. No, wait, that can't be 57 million.
yeah.
That's not that high.
Well, that's for its starting week.
No, that can't be right, because movies make 200-300 million dollars in like in like opening weekend sometimes. Are you sure that's right?
I don't know. I feel like this might be wrong.
That
Let me
must-
double check.
Yeah.
Let me find a different article. John Wick 3-star brags about blah blah blah. But anyways, like, so far as we know, like, this, it still stands that John Wick Chapter 3 better than, or has dethroned Endgame. No, apparently that's right. Like, apparently I'm not wrong. Apparently everything has been reporting $57 million in its opening weekend.
Opening in theaters 56. It's the highest grossing of all the John Wick movies, that's for sure.
Yep.
Already. It's at 125, almost 126 million. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Wow, that's kind of a surprise, especially since that's a rated R movie.
Compared to Endgame.
So only adults can go see it, but Endgame, like, anyone and their dog can go see that. And it was hyped for at least a year after Infinity War.
Yep. It's interesting.
That's kind of that's kind of surprised.
Yeah. So there you go. That's all we really wanted to say. It was just like, wow, because I haven't watched any of the John Wicks. You've watched the first 2.
Yeah, I saw them. But like, they weren't. They were really good action. Like, they were pretty accurate for like fight scenes and choreography and stuff like that. And the story was actually pretty good. I definitely remember the first one more than I remember the second one. No, yeah, I could see it. There's a lot of popularity behind them and everything. So
Yep. So you can definitely see the hype behind it. So it makes sense. We have two more topics. We're gonna quickly go over this one. We're gonna let the clip explain it itself, and then we're gonna get into the hype. So we're gonna watch this clip, and then we'll get right into it. So let me mute my mic.
Hi, I'm Alex Winter.
And I'm Keanu Reeves. And together, we are
Wild Stallions. And we are here at the Hollywood Bowl, where we'll never play.
Never play.
Oh. But we're here to announce something.
Yes. We want to say thank you to you, the fans.
We do.
Because it looks like we might...
Actually...
Hopefully...
make a movie this summer.
Bill and Ted 3.
Face the Music.
Yes.
And it is all because of you guys, and so we owe you a huge debt of gratitude, and we wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
And be excellent.
Be excellent.
Okay, so that gets me really excited. You want to know why? Because Bill and Ted is one of my favorite movies of all time. My dad watched it with me. He showed it to me. It's like one of my favorite movies ever. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter. It was so funny. It was so good. It was just out of this world, and I absolutely loved the film. So they're making a third one. I never watched the second one. I didn't want anything to do with that, but it's with like Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves in the future.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh yeah, we hired Keanu Reeves lookalike and Alex Winter lookalike. It's actually them. So I don't know how well they're gonna have like the spirit of it, or if it's gonna be like, oh yeah, like they're gonna talk about like the Wild Stallions and stuff like that. I don't know how much of Bill and Ted 1 is going to be in there, but Bill and Ted 3
it's definitely going to be interesting because like the first one came out and I just looked at it in 86. So our culture from back then compared to now is so much different. So it's going to be hard to try to like how that style of movie will fit in this day and age. So it's really hard to do comedies like that nowadays. So it's because of everything having to be so politically correct, right? You can't do a lot of things, do and say things now that you were able to back then, and like quote unquote get away with it, right? Mm-hmm. So once a trailer actually drops for it, I'll definitely be excited for it. But yeah, when I heard about that announcement, I was like, that's pretty decent. Like, and it was I vaguely remember that movie. I think I only watched it as a kid. I don't think I've ever rewatched it like as an adult or anything. So I probably should get on that.
Yeah. Well, like my dad was excited for it when I told him, and my dad is not a guy who gets excited like too much at movies and stuff. Usually he's just like, whatever, and then he'll go on his way. But this one he was like, oh really? And he like took an interest in it. So hype, dude. I'm excited as shit for this. I'm gonna go see it with my dad. It's gonna be an awesome movie. Hopefully.
That's awesome. So, hopefully. Yeah, exactly. It's the hopefully part.
Okay. All right, now for Davis's time to really take center stage here. He wanted to talk about this. I was just like, I kind of want to talk about this, but it never really came to my mind. But yeah, Robert Pattinson as Batman, the Twilight character, the Twilight actor, mind you, is Batman instead of Ben Affleck. So, Davis.
Well, I wasn't. See, a lot of people really liked Ben Affleck as Batman. I actually liked Christopher Nolan better.
Absolutely.
In like as Dark Knight, because I like that. Like I like the thinner look, the more lean style, not the huge jacked up version. Like in BVS. But they needed the bigger guy to make sense to face against Henry Cavill's Superman.
Yep.
So, but that's the thing that's also it's worse than the MCU change, because they changed a couple actors a couple times for characters, but like they have not been consistent with people and actors, and like it goes back again with also with like James Gunn completely recasting the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's still supposed to be canon. It's still supposed to be part of the DCEU. Like Gal Gadot is staying as Wonder Woman. So, like, the timeline's going to be confusing. It's just, I don't know. Like, I can't see it, but I'll wait. It's the same thing with what we were just saying there. I'll wait till the trailer comes out. I am a Batman fan. He's not my favorite hero. A lot of people are just hardcore Batman fans just because everyone's just a Batman fan. I'm the one comic book fan that's not a huge Batman fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be coming out June 25th, 2021, or yeah, 2021 is when it's reported to come out so far.
Mm-hmm.
It's just called the Batman. But so to my knowledge, there's no major details on what the actual film is yet. Like,
yeah,
if it's continuation, if it's what series it's based off of, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know yet. I haven't gotten to full information. There's some people that probably do have some information already, but I'll still probably go see it because again, I'm a comic book fan. But it's just I need to wait till the trailer actually comes out to actually make a full decision because because Twilight ended in like 2010 or something like that, 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
So he's not a super scrawny teenager anymore, so he could be good if he could be good if he has the right look to him. So I don't know. I'm right now I'm a little hesitant on it, but I'm willing to let it go, to accept it. Yeah, because it could be
worse.
It could be worse, but I can't think of anyone right now off the top of my head.
Yeah, like
it could be Jim Parsons, for example. Like that would.
Jim Parsons is bad.
Yeah,
I would pay to see that.
Yeah, exactly. Like that'd be weird, but that
Just imagine this. Just imagine it's like a dark alleyway. Like you just see a criminal fall from the rooftops, break his legs, and then you just see Batman just like, where is he? And then the criminal's like, they're over there. And then Batman starts walking away. He's like, who are you? And then he just turns around. And he just goes, bazinga, and then he fucking like flies off. That would be hilarious. I fucking die laughing.
That would be like a College Humor style skit.
There you go, dude. And now all I'm gonna think of if like when I watch this movie is it's just gonna be like it's gonna lean in real close. Batman's gonna get real close and just like, I'm a vampire. Like that
just
has to happen. That's going to happen.
It's gonna be the memes everywhere, all over Reddit and everything. So
Reddit's
I don't know.
Have a fucking field day. Not that they already have. Didn't they have petitions and shit to be like, oh no, Chris Pattinson shouldn't be Batman. Chris Pattinson shouldn't be this. Bring back Ben Affleck. And everyone was pissed off about Ben Affleck when he was cast.
Yeah, exactly. And then it came out and people hated on the movie, but people liked his style apparently. I don't know.
Well, he was Batman. He was like this beefy tank who uses gadgets and stuff to win. It's not like in the Batman games where it's like, oh yeah, I'm a pretty ballerina. I slide across the floor and punch one dude and then counter and then throw this guy and then I go on my tippy toes and I fucking ballerina like spin kick 8 guys in a row. That doesn't feel like Batman. I feel like Batman is more of a tank than he is a ballerina. If he was in like a game where it's like you pick between attack, defense, and speed, I feel like he's more a defensive character than anything.
It depends.
Wrong.
Yeah, I'm like it depends, but
it all depends. So
yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll see how it pans out. Maybe there'll be so much backlash. Maybe Chris Pattinson is gonna be really hard to work with, and then he's just like, "Sorry, Chris, you out of here. We're gonna put Ben.
Robert,
Ben,
where are you getting
You're coming. Ben.
Where are you getting Robert? Where are you getting Chris from? His name's Robert.
Robert, you're fired. Ben, get over here. I don't know why I said Chris.
There are famous Chris's, but no Chris Pattinson. to my knowledge, at least.
Maybe as a secret child.
Okay, I think you're done.
I think we're done. All right.
I think you're done.
I think I'm done. Yeah,
You're just kidding.
I'm having a great time. So we're gonna call it there.
Yeah.
Like,
This was definitely more of a gaming related episode. We didn't have a whole lot of news today, so.
oh, not much besides like all the gaming stuff's coming out because it's E3. So expect the next one to also be like, all right, here's E3, and then the one after is gonna be, here's what we heard from E3, and the one after is like, I'm still pissed off about E3. That's how it's gonna be. For those that are wondering, it's like why it's so like it was so dry on like the movie side, is like because nothing really happened, and
Yeah.
Davis
There was hype for, there was supposedly a God of War show supposed to be getting made with Jason Momoa, but that was fake.
Yeah.
So
So
there isn't a whole lot happening, like, to my knowledge. Like, I know, Dark Phoenix is coming out soon.
Dark Phoenix. I'm excited.
But
to see
that
how
looks,
that goes.
yeah, that looks good. It definitely looks better than what was Apocalypse was.
Will Sansa finally control the Seven Kingdoms? We'll find out. But yeah, I wanted to squeeze something in real quick. I don't know if you guys know what this is, but this is a phone case for the Razer Phone 2. I'm excited as shit for it, dude. It should be coming in this week. Like, this is a fucking behemoth. This is a Samsung Galaxy S7. I can move this shit freely in here. I'm excited to get back to a big phone. This tiny phone is a piece of shit. I'm sorry, dude.
Okay.
Big fucking phone, big mood, big energy. So we'll have fun with it. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of the podcast. Unless you've got something else to say.
No, I think we're good for tonight here, boys.
Yeah. Thank you for who is it? Who followed? Shit. What was the name? Why can I not remember names? Let me pop. No. Streamlabs.
For the one person that subscribed.
Your boy Wallace. There you go. Shout out to your boy
Wallace. Yeah.
I'm sorry I forgot your name because I'm fucking terrible, but you know, I'm just the worst. So thank you so much for watching. Check out all our social media and all the links down in the description. You know,
if you want to hear how much Jayden likes Bill and Ted, watch, I think it's, which one was it? It's one of the previous episodes we recorded.
Yeah.
He talked for 10 minutes about that movie.
Yep.
That's an over-exaggeration, but it's one. Yeah, it's like episode 4, I think.
Yeah. Discord link down in the description. Yeah. And also, I don't know if anybody was questioning it, but everyone's like, let me bring up the picture again. It was like, what's this picture? Who are these boys? Like, what's going on here? So this picture was when we did an escape room. It's actually cut off because my girlfriend's on the right side of me. So that was a picture of us when we did our escape room. So that was a fun escape room time.
Yeah, that was interesting. It was the first one I'd ever done.
And we passed with flying colors. No
yeah,
hint. No hint.
We got it. We got everything, and then we thought we still had more to do because he didn't friggin' open the. So that was kind of weird, but whatever.
So speaking of escape rooms, my girlfriend and I were starting an escape room review platform on Instagram. So we'll let you guys know when that's up and running.
Cool.
We're still developing that. So, anyways, yeah, that's about it. So,
bye.
Bye.